It's 6:30, we like to call the meeting to order. Do we have any citizens' comments to start with? Seeing none, we'll go to the ventilation project update.
So I've had trouble getting a hold of Brad Hayden on this, but the last time I checked with Jay, which was last week when we got back from break, was everything's set up, everything's in, but they had a trouble with one of the motors on one of the roof units. I'm not sure if it's wiring or the motor. Jay said that last time we talked to Brad, they were contacting the company to get that fixed. So we haven't been able to get it up and running yet, unfortunately, because of that. I've been spending the last week, Jay and I have been trying to get hold of Brad to get hold of me to get an update on that, but I haven't been able to get contact with him. We've
Okay.
so, but everything, as we talked about before, is in, except for
The
those
ceiling's all set and everything else?
ceilings in. Yep, everything's ready to go. They're holding off on the valves, like we just talked about for the budget until we decide
Yep.
what we want to do there.
Dave did say they have balancing to do.
They have
which-
balancing to do.
Balancing
Okay.
of the system, he
Okay.
said, which could take a day or two.
Okay.
And I let him know what days students won't be here,
Okay.
so next Monday, and then there's a couple of in-service days coming up, so he
Yep.
was gonna get in touch with his
Okay.
sub to see if they might be able to take care of it,
Okay. All right.
so.
So we're still hanging in there.
Still hanging in there. I mean, everything's there. It's ready, almost ready to go.
Just came in the mail today.
I didn't get one, yeah.
Well, you probably got it home.
I checked, it's
You
stuck
didn't-
on me.
Nothing, huh? But, That's right. Your mail's slower than mine then. I got mine at 3:30. Okay, Jim, you got
Yeah,
anything?
just want to talk about snow days a little. It was something we discussed at the principals meeting yesterday. We've used 4 snow days. As you know, we built 5 into the budget, so getting a little nervous that it's only early January, and I'm praying that we don't have any more. Part of the jam that we're in can be attributed to what happened with the Bennington School District this year. We started back after Labor Day because of their construction project. So we're late in June as it is. So we use one more snow day. We will go to school until the 22nd of June. And we still have the last week of June, but there is a lot of professional development already scheduled for that week for our staff. So then I start bumping into that. And it also says on the school calendar published that that would be the last day of school. So we're considering options, doing some planning. There is the option, we schedule for 180 days. So the discussion went, as we have in the past couple of years when we've gone late, we've reduced the student days but still had the staff come in. One of the problems with that is BSD is only going 175 days because we all went back after Labor Day, but their students didn't start until 5 days after that. The staff reported elsewhere the buildings were still not ready for turnover. So even going to June 22nd, BSD will only have their students will only go 175 days. So I can't back off any more days for them. Nothing needs to be done at this time, just making boards aware that it is a complication that we may have to deal with, or we may just go into that last week of June and then have to be dealing on individual basis as people who have already made plans, where they have to document those in advance, that type of thing. So, and allowing for professional development, but it will impact certainly the quality of education that happens that week. And as we all know, quality of education that late in June is yeah. Richard's laughing. Yeah, it's because your ventilation project didn't include air conditioning. So.
That's good.
So, just monitoring it. But we always will err on the side of safety. As we've said before, I'll deal with those complaints rather than, getting a phone call that there's a bus off the road with kids in it because we had school. That's all I have for you.
Does that mean that if that Shaftsbury might not have to go, but Bennington would have to go?
That is one of the scenarios that were discussed. It's not a very popular one, but,
Well, it wouldn't be bad for Shaftsbury.
yeah, no, but that is a possibility that, yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
And everybody would only go 175, and, you know, there are other ways that BSD could make it up, you know, it's everything from the, yeah.
Well, we won't talk about that.
I don't want to give the unpopular scenarios that could happen
Yeah.
if we don't have to.
Okay, thank you. Financial treasurer's report,
I'll move it.
second.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All those approved, okay.
Wasn't staring at
Let's see, budget status report, which is here. And discuss and approve the fiscal 19 budget. We've been discussing it for the last hour. And anybody else, let me reword that. Shall we approve the fiscal 19 budget as presented?
What's the dollar amount or the?
Dollar amount,
Yeah.
Your total expenditures, is 3.5 million. I mean, do you want the exact?
Richard might.
Yeah.
It's an overall decrease. It's down 2.41%.
we're gonna write it.
Just a couple of things that changed from the last time we had met. We did get some information from the office of the treasurer, changing some contributions, some employer contributions to teacher retirement for those teachers that are new to the system after 2015. And then municipal retirement, the employer contribution is going up 0.125%. So we factored that in. We did get the approved dental rates, which is about a 2% reduction, so we factored those in. Unfortunately, we did not get the grant award for the phone upgrade, so we put the whole dollar amount in the equipment line.
Okay.
To be able to cover that, and then we actually bumped it up about 5% just because it's an old estimate. So those are really the changes from the previous iterations that we've had.
And since she's saying that, I think last time we met, we put in 20,000 specifically for the phone system. I think we'll have to rescind that because we got the whole thing in the budget now, rather than to still have that 20,000 set aside for the.
Oh, yeah, it was 25,000 that the
25,000.
board had set aside for matching
Matching
grant, specifically
grant.
for matching grant funds.
But we didn't get the grant.
We didn't get the grant. Okay, so basically, when we make a motion to approve the budget, and then we'll have a separate, or else we can do that first. Let's make a motion to eliminate the 25,000 for the phone system that we set in previously.
Make a motion, we eliminate the 25,000 for the phone system that we set in.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so that's taken care of. Now we'll go to the budget.
Does the budget include the article? I mean, that's a
Budget
separate,
includes the whole phone system.
the phone system?
Right,
Yes.
your ballot article was
Yeah.
already voted on, that you had a quorum at the
Okay,
previous
all right.
meeting, so as part of it.
All right.
You can certainly revisit it if you want to. So through our conversation, we talked about tuition for next year. The preliminary numbers that I had put together made it look, we would be somewhere around 12,500 for announced tuition. Currently, we're charging 11,500, so the four board members that were here opted to increase the tuition for next year to 12,000. So I'll go ahead and let North
Did we-
Bennington know that.
Did we make a motion last meeting to set the budget?
We
We
did.
No, we didn't. So we have to set it, we have to make the motion at this meeting to set the motion to accept the budget as prepared,
Right.
which includes 12,000 tuition. and then the other system would be separate. But we made a motion for the separate system, the 117.
For the separate ballot article
Yes.
for capital improvements.
Yes, we did that, but we didn't do the budget.
Right.
Right.
So we gotta have a motion on the budget.
Make a motion on the
to-
budget.
Motion to present the budget as presented, except
I'll make that motion.
Scott's made it.
Richard, do you have the right dollar amount?
As presented and amended,
As presented and amended in
right?
the
And
meeting.
you can get me a final.
Yeah, but we didn't amend the expenditures
No.
at all. It's more on the revenue side. We did, and then we have the separate ballot article.
So you
which
already
is
had the
separate.
25K dropped out for
No,
the,
the tw-
For
We
no,
added to it.
I mean, sorry, yeah, you
the
added
whole
to it.
thing is, the whole phone system is into this one.
Yep,
Yep.
The 20, and that's why we had
Yep.
the other one to get rid of the 25 that we set aside
Mhm.
earlier.
I think because it would be, we had specifically
Yeah.
allocated it for matching grant
Right.
funds.
Okay, so this is a motion to, we have a motion to accept the budget as presented at the last, there, do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? One. Fran. Thank
And
you.
do we still have to meet to approve the warrant?
yes.
So
Gotta do that.
we'll see that dollar amount actually finalized.
Okay. Let's see, now we have the consent agenda.
Move it.
So moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
You have a second? Discussion? Oh, this is payroll and AP warrant. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You in favor?
Right? Yeah.
So carried. Sign that one. Okay. Policies, none. Facilities, you got anything on facilities? Nothing there? Personnel? Nothing on personnel. We do have.
Resignation.
One resignation.
That was in the consent agenda.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the
Right.
consent
Right.
agenda.
Right.
Reports? Jeff?
This past Monday, we started our annual pre-K visits, which we've been doing for, I think, 6 or 7 years now. We had 15 students from numerous pre-K providers and students that came with their families to spend the morning with our specials teachers. We found this to be very beneficial. We do this every year simply because it gets our kindergartners for next year into the building, seeing the adults they're going to interact with at least 6 times before they come in the building that first fall day, which alleviates a lot of anxiety both for the students and the parents. They also get a chance to spend some time next month when they come in for their visits, to spend some time in the classroom with the kindergarten teachers they may have next year, so they can see the classrooms they'll be in and experience that as well. And we also have our kindergarten screening days on March 8th and 9th, where the students will come in and go through a screening process with our teachers for probably about 90 minutes. And then, again, we get to know them a little better, and they get to know us a little better before they come in next fall. We started our winter benchmarking for MAP, FastBridge, and the writing prompts. This is the winter window until February 2nd. So every student will be assessed in math and reading and MAP and FastBridge. And teachers will take all that data and they will assess how students are doing, progress monitor them, put them in different tiered groups, and adjust instructions per what that data says. That's all I have for the principal's report.
FastBridge is an assessment for reading.
Reading and math for K2. We
Okay.
use FastBridge
And
for
then MAP is
K2.
for
MAP
3,
is 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you say there were 3 different assessments?
We also have the writing prompts. We do writing benchmarks. So they do a writing prompt, and then the teachers score them. And again, they use that data to see where students are strong and where they have challenges. Sorry I don't have a longer report. We haven't met much since the last meeting between snow days and vacations and stuff.
Snow days, how about those? Snow days and cold days.
Yeah, very cool days. Yeah.
Chair, I don't really have anything. You probably want to, I don't know if you get a copy of that.
Yeah,
You'll
I'll get one later.
You'll get one later. Anybody got anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion, the next meeting is February 14th? Here?
Can't think of a better Valentine dinner.
Valentine, yeah, there goes your Valentine's Day. Oh, your wife's gonna not like that, you said that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.